And people said that those self-driving cars were actually going to be the way of the future. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Drop and Hook. Hey, everybody, coming to you live from my big red truck here in Gadsden, Alabama. It is our second episode of Drop and Hook, and I've got some very good news for you, some very interesting news. The first one up is the Tesla truck project, that electric truck that everyone was talking about, and UPS, Pepsi, and a few others. We're already talking big numbers of, yeah, we want to order this thing. It might actually be dead at this point. There's some analysts that are wondering, with all the problems that Tesla is having right now, including but not limited to their production problems with the Tesla 3, the fact that they're hemorrhaging money left and right now, and they might actually need a loan to keep going, and the lawsuits that they're coming in from the Tesla self-driving car incidents that they've had recently. So could this be the end of the Tesla electric truck project? We're not sure right now, but there's some analysts that are looking into it. And honestly, for the industry, we might want to look at that, see what's going to happen with this. The Uber self-driving car, the one that hit the pedestrian in Arizona, that one has actually been put out by the NTSB. The car ignored the pedestrian with the bike in the fatal accident. That's what caused this. It saw somebody walking across, and because the pedestrian was moving a bike along, it didn't know what to think of it, and so it pretty much just ignored it and went right through. Now, since there was supposed to be a safety driver with it, meaning the person that was actually behind the wheel, that was supposed to be keeping an eye on that and wasn't, hint, hint, you're supposed to still pay attention if you have one of these self-driving cars, and they even tell you that. What ends up happening is the car went right straight through and plowed through them. So what does this say about these self-driving cars? Well, it says that the sensors and the software just aren't there yet to make these things completely safe. And this is something I knew about these. Bikes confused the Google cars as well. They didn't know what to think about them. They didn't know what they were, and so in most of their cases, they would stop. Uber is actually stating right now that their safety protocols that they have were actually set too low, because in some cases, plastic bags flying across the highway could stop these cars. They said they are going with safety experts to try and adjust these, to try and figure out what's the best way this is going to work, but they have yet to say what's going to happen after this. And finally, the last big story I've got is June 5th through 7th is going to be the safety week that we're going to be having for us as truck drivers. And this year, DOT is going to be focusing on e-logs and the new ELD mandate. Last year, they were focusing on, cargo securement, and that was focusing mainly on the flatbed drivers out there, making sure that they had the tarps and everything else set on these. This year, they're going for the e-logs with the new mandate. That makes sense. Now, the big question I have is, are they going to go for the full slate of the laws? Because a lot of companies, including my own, don't have all of the stuff set for the ELD as the law states. And in fact, they have waivers. Well, which states are going to allow that waiver and which ones aren't? So are we going to have lots of problems? The other part is, I know some guys that weren't on any type of log to begin with. And I'm talking about guys that are like cattle drivers, stuff like that. Guys that drive at night and just blow past the way stations without caring. What is going to happen with these guys? I haven't seen much of a problem. I don't know. I haven't seen many cattle haulers lately since I've been out east now. But some of you guys that drive out west, have you seen a decrease in them? Have you seen more of them at night? What are you seeing on those? Also, right now, I am looking to, I'm asking for anybody that if they have the following items, if they would wish to donate them to us over here so that we can get a little bit more, a little bit better product. I'm looking for anyone that has a tablet that is Wi-Fi only enabled, and also works, obviously. That will help me to do the editing. Right now I'm using this, and my wife needs the laptop because hers isn't working right. She needs that for work, and I need this here to do my editing. It's not the best solution for it, but at least I've got something for it. I'm also looking for a GoPro so that if I have calls come in, I actually can film some stuff out here and not just be tied down to my phone. And last but not least, if anyone, I'm planning on getting one, but if anybody has a CB radio out there that they're not using, that wouldn't mind donating it to another truck driver, who knows, I might be able to come up with some weird show with that. But for right now, that's all I've got. I thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Drop and Hook.